Alright, today's adventure is going to be a little bit different. We're going to inspect a relic, a Civil War relic that you've probably never seen before. I got it from a friend of mine, and it's a little bit unusual. It's a Civil War shell still in the shipping container, the wooden shipping container that it was shipped in. Check this out. I got it underneath here. Look at this. Have you ever seen anything like this? This is the original crate that this shell was shipped in. And probably 70% of the wood is still there. This top piece is loose. But look how old it is though. I mean, it's lasted this long. There's a lot of mud in here. This whole case is filled full of mud. So what we're going to do, we're going to flip this thing over and see if we can slide this shell out from the top and take the case and preserve the case. I don't see any writing on the case anywhere right now, but you can see on the inside, you can see with the shells holding the shell in place. But all this is just mud. This is just mud that's caked in here. This shell was supposedly taken out of the water 50 to 60 years ago, and it's been sitting up. So, and that mud is dry and hardened. And what I'm thinking is we can take this, flip it over, if we can get the shell to come out, and then we can kind of wash this shell off and get this mud off of it. See, this is nothing but mud, as well as on the side of the shell. We want to save every piece of this wood we can. We don't want to waste any of that. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That is so awesome. Okay. I'm going to cut the camera off a minute and see if I can't get something to roll this over onto. This thing weighs about 100 pounds. I'm going to weigh it just to make sure and see what we can do. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, the shell is out. Unfortunately, after 100 years sitting in salt water and then 50 years sitting in a basement dry has not been very nice to it. So it does have a lot of cracks and crevices on it that I'm probably going to lose some metal off of it, but it's out of the box. Okay, we flipped it upside down and got the ball out of the shell. We're not any damage I can tell to the case. You can see the cradle that the shell was sitting in. It's just as pretty. Looking good here. Still got some mud still caked down. This is all just mud. It's caked in there. We'll get all that cleaned out, get all this mud out, and we'll start doing a repair on the box. The box is awesome. Here is the shell. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Awesome. That's nice. That's a beautiful, isn't it? Alright, we got her out. Alright, now here's a few pictures of the case without the ball in it. And it's still packed with mud and corrosion and all kind of stuff in it. So it's going to take a little bit of effort to get all this cleaned out and try to do some repair work to the box and everything. So let's take this all apart and see what we can do. Alright, I just want to show I clean this box up a little bit. Man, it's beautiful, isn't it? Oh my God. 160 years old. Oh my God. It's crazy how good a shape it still is in. Even though it's got some rough spots on it, it's still pretty good daggone shape. Look at that. The sabot is in perfect condition. Look at the sabot. Oh my God. That thing is beautiful. Man, 10-inch sabot in perfect condition. Unbelievable. Not sure how I'm going to restore this box yet, though. It's coming apart. It's certainly, you know, got some problems. But I don't know whether to glue it, nail it, or what. We're going to work on it. See if we can't get together and get that cannonball back in there. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, got the cannonball back from the guy that disarmed it. You can see it, I'll show you in just a second, where he drilled a hole in it and flushed it. So here's the hole. Here's the hole he drilled in right here. And what I did, I went ahead and just stuck this down in here. Just got a little bit of leftover in there. Say it was flush, but you know, there's always some residual in there, I guess. Anyway, I put a little piece here on the floor here, and I was going to show you that this stuff can be dangerous. So, let me see if I can hold my camera here for a second. Alright, hold tight. Let me get this together. This stuff is still wet inside. It's still very wet, but watch this. Tell me that stuff couldn't potential. Look at that. That's got some potential to me. Another piece I was doing earlier. It actually self-ignites and keeps going a little bit. Here's some here I dried. It's still wet. Oh, this is still going off over here. This is still wet. So I'm going to let that dry out till tomorrow. And then hit that with a piece more. Heck, this thing just blew another spark across. I guess as it dries out, it starts getting a little bit more, there it goes. Look, it's still trying to spark. And that's 150-year-old gunpowder. It's been underwater. Look at that. It's been underwater. So, these things are nothing to play with. You guys send them to a professional and get them disarmed. That powder in there can explode. Especially these naval shells. So anyway, I just want to show you that. And we'll test this one out tomorrow, actually, after it dries and see what it does. Alright, here's some powder that has dried out from that shell. Let's see what it does. It definitely went up pretty quick. Alright, here's another piece, a little bit bigger. Look at that, on its own. Igniting on its own. It's definitely got some, even after it dried out, she's definitely got a little bit of flame to it. Alright, I've been doing a little steam cleaning on this fuse here, and you can actually get down and read it now. It says 1861. And the top says Ordnance D, and it's got a anchor embedded in it. Is that cool or what, man? You see these naval fuses, if you see on the inside, it's actually got a brass insert instead of like a paper or wood, like they would on land. And it's got little tiny holes punched in it so that the powder can get to it, but yet the water can't get to it as fast if it gets in the water. So, yeah, they're a lot more dangerous than the land fuses. Alright, looking good. Alright, here's a 90% completed product. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Look at that. The only thing I did putting it back together was Elmer's glue. There's no nails, no staples, no nothing in it. Just some Elmer's glue holding it together. And here's the ball sitting back. We're going to set the ball right in the cradle here in just a minute. But it's pretty solid. I have not attached these right here. They were in the box originally, so I just kind of set them in there for right now. I have not glued them in there, but look at that inside. Doesn't it look good? And of course you saw the cradle in the previous cradle. I did coat everything with 50-50 Elmer's glue and water just to kind of keep everything from, so you don't get any dust and all over it. It's sealed up now so that nothing's coming off, and this stuff here is more solid now, so it won't, the places that are a little deteriorated won't come off anymore. But some of it was almost like a brand new wood. Some of it was really good shape. So anyway, let's set the ball in here and see what she looks like. Alright, hold on. Alright, does that look cool or what? The ball in its original case. I don't think I've ever seen one like that. If you have, let me know. And you got the 1861 Ordnance D and the anchor on the top there. Alright, that's going to about wrap up this one. Of course, the ball did get some deterioration, but it's I had it put in electrolysis and everything, so hopefully that's it on that. I am going to order some special stuff to coat this with that turns it black. I hadn't got that in the mail yet, though, but that's the only other thing I'm going to do to the ball. And that's about it. Anyway, thanks for checking the video out, and I hope you enjoyed it.